Good evening. Welcome to this channel about past lives and reincarnation. So, a question from a viewer about spirit guides. Quite exciting subject, I think. Do they exist? Are they for real? What are they? Can they influence the reincarnation process? I think that was the main question. And I have a story to tell you, which answers the question. Well, it's personal, of course. This is my observation, my experience. And you can draw your own conclusions from it. Compare it to what you have experienced, right? If you even believe me, you know. I'm just telling you what I have observed. Right. First of all, what are they, these spirit guides? Well, I'm sure about this one, actually. This may not be true to you, but to me it's totally true. Spirit guides are old friends. That's all. Very, very good friends. And I think usually you have known them for a long, long time. There may be new friends too, I suppose. That's what I think they are. Well, I'm sure that's what they are, see. You know, sometimes you hear people talk about spirit guides and they say, well, I felt very comfortable talking to this spirit, right? It was like talking to a friend. That's what they are. If you ask me. Right, so this story, it's from the 1600s. This terrible life that I had in the 1600s in France. I talked about this lifetime. It was so bad. I did nothing right, basically. I was bad, see. Well, it started off pretty good. I grew up, I fell in love, you know, and then was just miserable. So I died from starvation and sickness. And it was just pathetic. And they buried me, I think it was a cemetery for very, very poor people, like nothing people, you see, not even a cemetery, it was just a hole. There was no stone, there was no cross or anything. And I stayed. That's right, like some ghost, you know. I was so angry, you wouldn't believe it. And I didn't want to go back, I didn't want to live again. I was so pissed off and upset. You know, I was in a very bad shape. And then there was this spirit that came. And I recognized this spirit. Also now, when I look at it, of course, see, this is a very old friend. We go way, way back. Long before we even came here. See, we knew each other. And he was in a good shape. I was not, you know. So he could actually help me. I say he. Well, it's sort of a male energy. That's what I see. So, I got help. So, I got to talk, you see, that was the thing. I talked and talked. I talked about this miserable life. I talked about life in general. About war, you know, about sickness, insanity. I also talked about an earlier lifetime that was also very, very bad. And this guy was a very good listener. So eventually I got out of it and I felt better. Now, here we come to something that is very, very personal to me. Right? Why I keep coming back. Because I didn't have to, you see. I could decide not to start another life, but I did. Eventually I decided to do it again. And there's a reason for it. Right. So I know that I will not die. I know this. And I know that I could be in very bad shape. Of course, life and society can really put you down, right? But I will always bounce back. Always. I will do it. You know, I just need some time, and I will be okay. You know, so I know this, and I know, of course, I admit this is a sick place. You know, if you look at the struggle, the incredible struggle, hard work, right? And the insanity, most of all, the insanity, of course, that you face when you live. So I know it's not good. There are some good things, though, right? You know, like family, creation, success, you see, learning things. It's good stuff. So, but I didn't want to go back, but then eventually I decided to do it anyway, right? And there's a very basic reason for me to be here, and that's where it gets very personal. I'm here because I have friends here, and I came here to help them. See, lots of friends actually, and I knew that they were stuck and they were not in a good shape, and I came to help. I had no idea it was going to be this hard. No idea. And I didn't understand that I would get sucked into the same thing. I didn't know. I thought I couldn't, but I was, you see. So that's why I'm here. So it's like a duty, you could say. I feel that it's my job to try to do something. Right. Now, I have my doubts about my next life, because you see now what's going on with humanity. Right? It's insane, isn't it? I think the main thing that makes me doubtful is the injections that they give to kids. If they make it mandatory all over the place, I don't think it's worth it, you see. I will not go back if they make it mandatory everywhere for everybody. I will not do it. I think that's the main thing for me. If I get good parents and no injections and a pretty decent society, you know, it's absolutely worth it. For me, it is. So I will keep observing what's happening here. There's also some curiosity, for me it is. What's going to happen here? You know, will we make it? That's a good question. And if you're part of it, like living a life, you're participating, aren't you? And so I like this game. And of course, you know, they can't kill me. So, you know, they can do a lot of things to a spirit. Yes, they can make spirits feel very bad and small, you know. And spirits will do it to themselves. I know, I will be okay. I know it. You know, about Buddha was right. You know, I think so. I'm sure of it. He talked about enlightenment and reaching this level where you don't have to be reborn again. That's brilliant. If you reach that point, that's very good. If you have a choice, you know. Right. Be good.